But this story, I think, is best told by the children of Chicago police officers who have given their lives or been injured catastrophically in the line of duty. On the night of August 16, 2002, Cedric Brumley, a 4th District officer, was involved in a near-fatal car accident. While responding to a call of officer needs assistance, Officer Brumley's patrol car was itself struck by another police vehicle at the intersection of 88th and Colfax. Officer Brumley was hospitalized for 4 months, and he spent a couple of weeks of that time in a coma. Officer Brumley survived the horrible accident. He's with us today. He's in a wheelchair after losing the use of his legs. He's not become bitter. He has not let that incident deter him from living a full life. He is a strong and God-fearing man, and if you ask him, he says he's most proud of being a father. In fact, in his words, and I quote now, "Being a daddy is good. Being a father is even greater." Cedric is the proud father of 2. Cedric Jr. is a freshman at Xavier University in Cincinnati. His daughter Calyn is an 8th grader at Infant Jesus of Prague School in Flossmoor. And we are so pleased to have Calyn with us tonight. Would you welcome Calyn Brumley?
Hello, my name is Calyn. I'm 13 years old and I currently attend Infant Jesus of Prague School in Flossmoor. Back on August 16th in 2002, my dad, Officer Cedric Brumley Sr., was catastrophically injured while in the line of duty. He was responding to a call for an officer shot. While responding to that call, another officer responding to that same call hit his squad car. My dad was in a comatose state for 11 days and was hospitalized for almost 5 months. That was 12 years ago. I was only 15 months old. My brother, Cedric Brumley Jr., was only 6 years old. My brother could not be here today because he is currently attending Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. My parents always wanted and dreamed for my brother and I to have great education such as the ones we are receiving now. And that's all thanks to the memorial. My dad was the first recipient of the After the Memorial gifts. That gift has given our family a sense of normalcy. That donation has helped to modify a van so my dad could take my brother and I to and from school, activities, games, and doing things like going to our favorite fast food restaurant. The memorial has impacted our lives in several ways, from being a support system, my second family, and offering financial assistance. The memorial has not only done this for my family, but for the families of so many officers who have fallen or were catastrophically injured while in the line of duty. I believe that the great men and women of the Chicago Police Department know that if anything, God forbid, if anything would happen to them, that they would be taken care of and supported by the memorial. One of my favorite things that the memorial does is called Operation Santa during the Christmas season. I love to see Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, the elves, the police officers, and all the other people that helped to make this program a success walk through my door on that day. I love to also watch the video of the families as their eyes light up just as mine did as those same people walk through their door. I'd like to give a special thanks to some very special people. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Phil Klein for having this amazing idea to start such a great program. I'd also like to thank Mr. John Gordon. I always remember how my dad was on the phone with Don Dolan as my brother entered his first year in college. So thank you, Don. I'd also like to thank Mr. Scott Arney, Mr. Art Haynes, my school officials at Infant Jesus of Prague, the school officials at Marian Catholic, and now the school officials at Xavier University. I'd also like to give special thanks to Mr. Jim Zingrilli. Thanks to Mr. Zingrilli's donation, we have been able to go to every sports event imaginable, from Bulls games to Sox games to Cubs games to Blackhawks games to even Bears games, even though the Bears aren't doing too good. But it's still a very enjoyable experience, and I thank you for that, Mr. Zingrilli. I'd also like to thank Mr. Mike Sweek. He truly helps make Christmas what any kid could pray for. Santa, Mrs. Claus, the elves, Connie, and all the other helpers during Christmas, and so many others I'm sure I've missed, and the others that I don't know that contribute to the betterment of so many. Thank you all. My dad had a job to do that night, August 16, 2002. Now don't get me wrong, I do wish things may have turned out differently considering that my dad is currently confined to a wheelchair. But he was doing a job he loved, a job that he took pride in doing. He did it proudly. Unfortunately, the wheelchair was the result. But I wouldn't change anything. We are so blessed to have him here with us. And I know many of the kids and the families that I've met over the years would love to trade places with me. I couldn't pray for a better dad, better friends to my dad, such as my godfathers, Doc Calvin and Chris Fletcher, a better family, a better support system, and trust and believe I don't miss a beat. My dad goes everywhere with me. He takes me and my brother everywhere. Imagine a parent not being able to take their child to college. That's something my dad didn't have to bear because of the memorial. My dad, we all went there as a family, a milestone my dad didn't have to miss. He doesn't miss a softball or a volleyball game. I played 71 softball games last summer. My dad didn't miss one. I played more than 30 volleyball games. Some he couldn't attend because my school is not accessible, but he was there in the parking lot, waiting for me to come out just to hear the results of how my game went. Now, I have a job to do, a job to make you all proud, to do my best. I have to make you proud, my dad proud, and all of what you have done for me and what you have done for the memorial. So thank you all.